Hey friends, here we are in November. I just wanted to get you a quick update on where things are at for us and just kind of looking ahead. So, October seemed like a very crazy month at the end of September and kind of into that first bit of October. I was in Saskatoon with our coalition students. So we had a new batch of students in their first year, and then some second year students there as well in Saskatoon. And we've got record number of students if you combine all of our locations together, which is really cool and really exciting. And had a great week in Saskatoon. Got to see some friends out there as well and family while I was there, so that was awesome. So now, as we've gone through October, it seemed like a lot going on. Some work trips for Shayna as well. Halloween, of course, and Nora turning 10 years old over the weekend. So that was really fun, celebrating her and having some of her friends over and stuff like that. And we just had a great time. A busy weekend, but a great weekend together as a family. So now, as we look ahead into November and really December, as we finish out 2025, we have our conferences that we run. So one of the things that we do at Youth Worker Community is host conferences. So we have 6 conferences, and I have yet to be a part of any of our conferences. So when I was a youth pastor, and actually even before when I was at Briarcrest in the youth ministry program, we would attend these conferences, and they used to have one in Vancouver, and then the next year they would do it in Toronto, and that was it. They would just try to get as many as they could at those two, every other year, so to speak. Now we kind of spread them across and try to make it more affordable for youth workers, paid youth workers, but also volunteer youth workers. And so this coming weekend is our first one of kind of this new season, and we are in Winnipeg. So like I said, I've never actually been part of these from our team. I'm focused mostly on our school, the coalition, and when I was hired, I said I didn't want to travel more than like 4 weeks a year, and just make sure I had time to be home and be with my family. And they were great with that, and still are. But this time around, my boss Steve isn't able to make it to the Winnipeg location and help out, so they've asked if I would step in for this one, and it works well for our family. So I'm off to Winnipeg Thursday morning. I think I fly out around 8 a.m. from Kelowna, and I head to Winnipeg in November. So I get to hang out in Winnipeg, and I come back Sunday. I think I land in Kelowna at midnight, so I'll spend the night in Kelowna and go from there. So our conferences, we have Winnipeg, Calgary, Moncton, Saskatoon, Abbotsford, and Toronto, and that's over the next few months here. And we have hundreds of youth workers. So at the Winnipeg location, we've got over 500 youth workers who are going to be at this conference, which is super exciting. We've got guest speakers flying in, and one of my roles with our team is to be doing the airport shuttle. So I've rented a minivan, and I am making sure everyone gets to where they need to go. And then wherever else the team needs. So you can pray for me as I'm heading out this week, and pray for my family as always, and we thank you for that. And then next week, we're trying something a little different this year with our school, with the coalition. Instead of having actually 4 1-week courses, we've broken up one of the courses into like a Zoom course, so that youth workers can just hop on and even invite some of their volunteers. So next week we've got a few days with Ginny Olson and her course on youth ministry management. So instead of everyone going to the locations like Kelowna or Winnipeg or Toronto or Saskatoon, they'll just be right from their own offices or homes, and maybe with a small team, and we'll plug in for a few days with Ginny over Zoom, and kind of do a course that way. So that's next week. You could pray for that class. And and then we're just kind of wrapping up 2025. So just to bring you up to speed a little bit there, we've been extremely blessed. I hit my financial target for 2025, which was $50,000. And that was along with a little bit of contract work that I'm doing at Gospel Chapel with the youth ministry, which has certainly helped kind of get me to that point. And so I am, if you didn't know, helping out with youth ministry stuff again at Gospel Chapel, which has been really, really cool. We've seen so many students showing up week after week, and we're really focusing heavy on discipleship. We are reading the Bible every week. We're praying for one another. We are going out tomorrow night. Is when we meet on Tuesdays. Tomorrow night we're going out to the food bank and serving there for the evening and helping with whatever they need there, and just really enjoying that time with Lucas Boschman, who's taken the lead there with the youth ministry, and I'm providing help with him, and it's been really cool. So that's been fun to be back in that again. I love that, as I am someone who is looking to serve youth workers all across Canada and give coaching and mentoring and training, that I'm also in the trenches in youth ministry too, alongside them and learning with them too, and just seeing where the state of youth ministry is at and youth culture in Canada right now. So with all that said, as we wrap up 2025, we're just so blessed, so grateful. And as we prepare for 2026, we also know that some of our donors are going to be stepping back, which is, very normal and expected. And I know that some people have been hit pretty hard with stuff going on in the economy right now, with the mill shutting down here in Grand Forks. That affects not only the mill, but it affects a lot of people. That ripples out from there, and businesses and all that kind of stuff. So we expect that when things like this happen, and we know that some people are going to be stepping back. And so if you would consider partnering with us in 2026, please let me know, and I'd love to give you information on that. And we will continue to trust God with all of this, and we're not stressed or worried about it. Of course, even more importantly, we want to be praying for these families that have been affected by the mill shutting down, and I know other locations too, not just here in Grand Forks. We want to continue to give these things to the Lord and pray for these families that have been hit with job loss and just tough times right now. So all that said, we want to continue just to make sure that we are transparent with everything we're doing here, giving you all the information we can. If you ever need anything from me, please reach out. And I would love to give you any information I can on what we're doing at YWC, the work I do, and where we're at financially and all that kind of stuff with this. Again, we're just so grateful and so blessed by you all, and we thank you for your prayers. They mean so much to us, and we really can feel them and just know that we've got such support in the work that we do, and our family just really thanks you for that. So, off to Winnipeg this week. Stay tuned. I know it's not as helpful to some of you. I post all that I do on these work trips on social media. I'll try to maybe send some stuff on email here too if I can. But otherwise, thank you so much, and expect some updates in the coming weeks.